You will need flour for this recipe, just white flour, potatoes. I will link below the quantity of the ingredients if you want to make this recipe. Salt, I use sea salt. You will need 1 onion. Set it aside, and then next what you will need is a round cup. These I use for making pierogi, just for molding. You will see later in the video. Then you will need this device for the dough. I use a non-stick one. It works really good versus wooden one. And you will need pot to cook your potatoes in, lukewarm water for the dough. Don't use cold water, just lukewarm, and something to make your dough in, and that's about it. First thing you need to do is to boil the potatoes. While I'll peeling them off, I'll tell you the origin of the pierogies. So, according to Wikipedia, pierogi, also known as vareniki, are filled dumplings of East European origin. They are made by wrapping pockets of unleavened dough around a savory or sweet filling and cooked in boiling water. These dumplings are popular in Eastern Europe, in Polish, Russian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian cuisine, and so on. Perogies are associated with Poland and Ukraine, where they are considered national dishes. That's what Wikipedia tells us about it. Since I moved to Canada, I made pierogies many times for my Canadian friends, and that's amazing how much they love it. And everybody here knows what is it, and they love also cabbage rolls. This is a different dish. Maybe I'll make a recipe of them too. So I was really surprised that they actually know here our Ukrainian cuisine. It was really surprising. And they also love borscht, which is the other national dish of Ukraine and Russia. Yeah, that's shortly where it all comes from. And after you're done with potatoes, you need to cook them until they're fully cooked, adding some salt to taste. I didn't record the sounds of kitchen because the kitchen itself is quite big and the sound just bounces around. Next thing, you need to chop the onion, and I'll show you what you do with it. You put it in a fry pan or in a saute pan. Add a little bit of olive oil and you just brown it like so. After your potatoes are cooked, you need to mash them. I'm not sure how this device is called, probably a potato masher, I don't know, but you know what is it. And after you've done that, you add almost all of the onion, leave some aside, we will need it for later. For now, just mix it together and you're all done with potato part. Now we're making dough. So for now, you just put less than half of the amount of flour, add lukewarm water and start mixing it. Ideally with a wooden spoon, but I didn't have it, so add some salt to taste and mix it more, and then slowly add the rest amount of flour. You don't want to do it all at once, just because working like this you will end up with a very, very soft dough. After you've done that, pour some flour on the table and let's make the dough. Let's finish it. Yeah, this is done just by bare hands, just like that. Get more flour and just mix it in. It will take you some time, probably around 5 minutes. So you just work through that. The dough turns out to be very, very soft and perfect for pierogies or any other thing you want to do with the dough. Like there's another national Russian-Ukrainian dish. We call it pelmeni. Basically it's similar to pierogies, but inside the filling is a mix of meat, onion, sometimes rice too. So now you need to roll the dough. We're trying to achieve a very, very thin dough. I'll show you how thin we're aiming it to be in a moment. I like doing this process, it's very relaxing. So yeah, that's how thin the dough is. Now you take some flour and put it over the cup and watch what I'm doing. This way your pierogies will be one size, they will look alike, and I find it very easy way. You just take out the rest of the dough. Now you take your potatoes in your hands and create round balls and put it on the dough. Now the critical part. That's how you make pierogi. Make sure you take flour on your fingers all the time and just put them together like so. Takes a little bit of practice, but basically there's nothing difficult about it. Now we come up with a nice pierogi. So you repeat the process for every other one. And for me it turned out around 30 pierogies in this recipe. So you can adjust the amounts if you want to do more or less. I'd like to show you some pierogies filled with blueberries. This is the kind of sweet pierogi. They're frozen, which makes it very convenient to make pierogies. So you just do the same thing. Just stick them together and you're done. What you can do, you can cook pierogies right away. Just put it in boiling water for 2-3 minutes. And once you put them, make sure they don't stick to the bottom. And you're done. The rest you can put in the freezer and use them later. Just put in boiling water next time for like 5 minutes because they're frozen, and they're done. So that's where we use the rest of our onion, or you can put sour cream on them instead of fried onion. There's tons of ways you can have pierogies with. If you're interested, I'll put links below under the video. So we're done. People say they're delicious. try for yourself. Bye bye.